Hi, welcome to the Alliance War number 16 in Season 2. This time we're up against Olo, who are a 3,000 rated alliance. Thanks very much, Kabam. Okay, so the first node I have to go up against is this 4-star science champion, and to be honest, I was a little confused on why I was on path 6 this war. I should have raised that concern, I think, to the group. I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of went along with it, and it ended up being one of the worst demoralizing experiences ever. So you'll see in a minute on node 24 how that goes. And it didn't start good with this 4-star science champion. I think this is a good way to get in people's heads, you know, putting an electro here, because he's just like, you know, I didn't take a crazy amount of damage, but I was just sitting here like, dang, all this is totally unavoidable with this Iceman at least. And I'm going to have to heal him up later for the power shield node. And yeah, I was just like, it's just so frustrating, you know. But here I am just sitting there trying to let Cold Snap do as much damage as possible. Electro's pretty squishy champion. He'll die easily. But it looks like I'm going to have to go in again. So I'm just trying to bait out the special one here. There it goes. And I can go back in here, and actually all that baiting out put all those furies on him, and then I started realizing, oh crap, he's gonna do that thing the Modok did to me. So I don't know, there's some good champions on that aggression fury node. it can work out for you. I'm gonna have to have a long think about it, because I think that's one of the more powerful nodes in the in this path 6, you know. So path 6 is just such a doozy. But anyway, here we go on the Bane node. Yes, Bane enhanced abilities. I've seen Void here, but I think I've seen somebody. I think I see somebody else this time. So I don't know why I didn't boost. It didn't end up mattering, of course. But this was Gladiator Hulk. Oh no, it did matter. Oh god. Okay, here we go. So. Yes, so I get clipped by the heavy there. That was bad. Oh my god, that was so bad. He just threw it too fast. I wasn't ready for it. But here he goes again. I do dodge it just barely though. If you notice, I had to trigger dexterity. For some reason, his windup to me is hard to gauge. So I go degenerating again. I can see why they put Gladiator Hulk on here on Bane. He's got a lot of hit points. He's gonna do a lot of damage. And I'm just sitting here like, Jesus, this guy he's just really messing me up, hitting through the block. But Spider-Man is doing his thing. I'm getting through it. Basically, all this is health potions. Oh my god, Spider-Man saved me there. So I'm not panicking here on Bane. I'm just like, okay, just let me bait out the special 2. Okay. And he should die. Yeah, there he goes. Oh god, what a nightmare. Because I have to use Spider-Man on node 24, obviously. Who else am I going to use? I brought Archangel to this war, I think. No, I didn't. That was a different war. But yeah, so here is. This is a Medusa. I know it's a Medusa. So here I am using tons of potions, trying to figure out, you know, how many I need. And I'm just like, here, I'm going to go to full, then I'll heal. So, you know, it ended up actually working out better. If I was going to take damage in the Hulk fight, boosting after that's better, because otherwise it would have costed me more potions. Now, I don't know which. I should have maybe used like an indestructible boost. Let me see. I don't remember what boosts I used. I definitely wanted more damage for the special 2, so I wanted that greater tech boost. And I think that was it. Yeah, I should have used an indestructible boost, but to be honest, I'm not sure it would have saved me here. This guy Muzz, I've seen him around somewhere. I think he's a big arena grinder. This is not going well for me. Already I'm close to the wall. You know how Medusa is. I got that cheeky light attack in. Oh, then I get clipped. I don't know how. Then I get clipped again. Oh no. Oh, she's on me now, huh? Wow, that's a lot of fun. And then I lose that special 1, and I get like an intercept. Okay, can I like somehow pull this out of my butt here? I did that last hit like very cautiously, you can tell. And I'm just dodging as much as I can, but oh look at that, there's Buffet, so her hit points go all the way back. I need to trigger auto block, and that's good. You can see I'm not like I'm not as uncomposed as you might think I am, because like I'm like sort of making this work, except for I just don't have the damage. And then look at this, it doesn't trigger auto block. I actually needed it to, and I don't know why I went in for that second hit. I needed it to trigger auto block, and so there's an argument for potentially a low sig Medusa being good in certain situations, because you kind of count on it triggering when it doesn't, and that's not very good. So I'm sitting here like, all right, you know, this is my turn to do path 6. I'm going to get this done one way or another. Tough guy attitude, and forgot to boost. Like I have boost on still, but I should have re-upped those. I should have done a power start 1. But let's be honest, like if you go back and look at my old war videos, there's a reason I no longer take Medusas on this node. I just can't do it. Some people can. People have sent me videos saying, look at me, I can solo Medusa on node 24. Sweet, you're awesome. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have a secret weapon in my back pocket. I have a 5-star Proxima Midnight. I might try that one day. I just think it might end up being a little too complicated though. Like it might just get too complex for me to try and do all those missions while trying to deal with the brutal Medusa here. But she does have a heal block, which is nice. But I don't think I would need the heal block. I think I'd be going for pure damage. So here I am. It seems like it's actually going okay, because I just need a few 5-hit combos. Oh, but then I get parried. She dexes my medium attack there, and it's all over. It's all over. You can tell. She's got 3 Furies that just started, and I'm sitting here and not triggering auto block. So basically, she stays with the Furies. I can't trigger auto block for the life of me. All my stuns are out because Limber is taking effect every time I fail on a special 1 to get rid of her Furies. Yeah, I mean it's a nightmare. It's a total nightmare. I mean she intercepts me and it's over. So this is like, I'm sitting here like legitimately considering never playing Marvel again. I'm just like, okay, that's it. I put the phone down, went to bed, and now you can see some Murar, our resident Void badass, gets on, and he clears it. No problem. Well, not no problem. It was still a difficult fight, but he does it. So I'm here just thinking, Stark Spidey needs a breather. I'm going to take Vision in. And Vision's actually very good for this node, this power gain node, because he has, you know, if they're going to get to an L3, you know, all he has to do is just power drain. Special 1, Special 2, Special 3, they all power drain. There's no risk. As long as I have a bar of power, I am going to be fine. So I really like Vision for these nodes. I'm really liking Vision in general. He's definitely becoming like a staple of my attack. Even with that tiny, pathetic little synthesis, it just makes it so much more useful. I'm like, my mind is blown by how useful that power gain is. I can't wait for it to be like a big, like a full bar of power. That's gonna be just insane. So here we go. I'm just doing these every once in a while. I do one of those stand-up intercepts with Vision. They seem to be fairly easy. You can mess them up though, and I think I do mess one up. Not maybe in this fight, but in some other fight in Alliance War in general, sometime soon. But yeah, look at that. His damage is not terrible. It takes a lot of hits, but Vision is capable of putting in a lot of hits. So it is what it is. So here's Power Shield. This is really interesting. So we got Muzz again and his crafty Medusa. So now we got Muzz and his crafty Nebula. I go in with Iceman thinking, you know what? I think Iceman's going to be my new secret weapon for Power Shield. If I ever need to go on Power Shield, I'm going to bring Iceman. Now we got a different 455 Iceman on defense. So mine is just sort of sitting on the bench. But when you have one of the best champions in the game, one of the highest utility champions in the game, you bring him to attack. So I'm bringing Iceman. He's useful. So I put Archangel on defense, I think, for that reason. But Iceman, I'm sitting here wondering, like, why is Cold Snap doing such little damage? I don't know. But watch what happens when I use a special 1. Cold Snap does a lot more damage after that. So I was testing those Frostbites out. I wanted to see if those did damage, and they do. Not a lot. But look, Cold Snap ticking for 600 now. fly just flew in my face. That was crazy. And then I've got these frostbites adding up. They're not crazy for the damage. They don't get like multiplied like the power shield does, but you'll see like this fight is going on a lot longer than a normal power shield fight with Stark Spider-Man, but it's actually, to me, a lot smoother. The pace felt really slow. I really enjoyed that, and she's just slowly ticking down here. This is a beefy Nebula, you know, so it's not always going to be a Nebula. It could be someone else, and I won't always have the class disadvantage. So really like Iceman on this power shield node, and I like how you know how it's power gain, right? So if I really needed to, if this is like some sort of unblockable special 2 that I just can't dodge, I'm trying to think of one right now that I can't, I can push them to an L3 and just eat it with ice armor. So yeah, new power shield guy. Stark Spider-Man works great, but and Iceman's bleed immune for those morning stars, so come on, just making plays here with Iceman. Now it's time for me to go in with Vision again for the poison node. I could have gone in with Iceman too, but seeing as this is the brute force, I need to be aggressive, and Vision is very good at being aggressive. He can get a lot of hits in because they never have power. So Hood's very trigger happy with the special 1, so I will let him do that until I can get some power up myself and start this sort of cycle of just power draining him. So now I'm looking to parry, but he actually gives me another special 1, so I'm gonna have to waste the special 2 a little bit. Not trying to do stand-up intercept if I'm not feeling confident, but I think potentially you might see me mess up in this with a stand-up. We'll see. Actually, no, judging by the next fight, I can see it on my little thumbnail here. No, I don't think I do make a mistake in this one. So I'm just playing very safe, trying to make sure that brute force timer doesn't get me, trying to keep Hood fairly low. I could have intercepted him there easily, but I didn't. Could have power drained him there too. That would probably would have been a better idea. But I think I was going for a big power drain here. So I wanted to push him to like 3 bars of power and then get it off an L2, but it didn't work out that way. So I'm trying to do it here. Bait that heavy, push him over at least to 2 bars of power, big special 2. Yeah, it's pretty good damage there. He throws that heavy. That was a random heavy. I've noticed Hood's been throwing random heavies at me lately. Don't know why, but it's been happening. So we're up to 85 hits, minute and a half in, but look at that, no problem. Vision took very minimal damage that fight. So I actually have to take a kinetic reactor mini boss, and it's actually sabretooth, interesting enough. And I was thinking, you know what, I don't have tons of damage here. I don't want to revive Stark Spider-Man, especially since I was feeling in the dumps about Stark Spidey after the Medusa fight. Because let's just be clear, Medusa Stark Spidey's not the best counter for her. There are better counters, and I'm hoping Proxima Midnight is. Anyway, I was thinking, you know what? If I'm smart about my power drains, I could probably heal block this guy and figure this node out. So watch this, guys. This is, oof, man, this is a good time. So the power gain actually helps me here, and 1 heal block. I remember reading that in Sabretooth's description. 1 heal block will cancel all current regenerations on him. So you just have to time it so that he's got a heal block coming in right around when his regens are starting to stack up there. So I'm just dodging the specials here. I should have done a L1 before he got above a bar power, but I was building up to this L2 here, and that's a guaranteed heal block because it takes 100% of his max power. So Sabretooth's got some Furies, but oh, he's got Limber as well, so he's kind of unstunnable at the moment. But I'm just sitting here trying to dodge his special 1, his special 2. They're kind of like jumping ones, like Killmonger special 2 or like Venom special 2. So I'm just being very cautious. 15 regens, yeah, it's time to heal block those again. Get a little stand-up intercept. You have to play very aggressive on this node if you're going to do it with Vision because of the Plagued Mind. So I'm just barely getting these in if you can't tell through the timer. But it's working. So I got 1 more special 1, and yeah, another 5-hit combo. He goes down. I barely took any damage. Pretty happy with it, to be honest. So we did lose this war versus Olo. That was to be expected. I think overall the Alliance was fairly proud of how we stood up against a 3,000 war rating opponent. We we're not 3,000, you know, we're like 26, 2,700. We were up at 28, 29 for like a tiny bit, but then kabam really shut us down by making us lose a war or skip a war, and then also putting us up against some tougher opponents, which, you know, fair enough. That's what the matchmaking system is for. We can't win every game. So we go down to 9 and 6. Overall, not that bad. It looks like we're going to get stuck in Platinum 3, even though I'm 100% certain that we would be in Platinum 2 if we were at least given the opportunity to lose that war that we missed. Unfortunately, but that's okay. As long as we don't get dropped down to gold, I think we're going to be in pretty good hands. And we may, if we go on a winning streak, we may be able to squeak into Plat 2 again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I spent a lot of units this war. This is my most expensive war so far. I only got 6 kills and 2 deaths, but I think some of the gameplay was pretty good. It was we had the sabretooth fight I thought was good, and the hood fight was decent, and the nebula was actually pretty interesting as well. So I'm stoked about all that. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this war, guys. Stay tuned for more stuff. We'll see you soon, and yeah, take care.